My name is Stacy King, and today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about preventative health care. Preventative health screenings and services have proven to be cost effective in both identifying and treating potential illnesses before they develop or before they worsen. There are preventative services based on age, gender, things of that sort. Basically, preventative health breaks down into three categories. Those categories are vaccinations, regular checkups, and preventative screenings. Diseases that vaccinations prevent are not only harmful, but could be deadly. They're dangerous. And the vaccinations that you receive work with your body's natural defenses to decrease, in a safe manner, decrease the likelihood of these infections. So let's just start by saying that we all know that we're required by law to vaccinate our children for school, for daycares, for different things. You're required by law to vaccinate your children. But it's not just your children who need protection. Adults need protection too. It's recommended by the United States Protective Services Task Force. They recommend that adults receive a Tdap, which is just a booster shot. They recommend that adults have this vaccination every 10 years. Let me just give you an example. Whooping cough. Okay, whooping cough is an illness that's not really, though it's not really critical to adults, it is deadly to children. But it's not just children who spread it. An adult can spread the whooping cough to a child, to someone else's child, to their child. In 2010, there was what was said one of the worst epidemics of whooping cough since the 1940s, and it was in California. This whooping cough epidemic killed 10 babies. There was more than 3,800 adults and children that were ill from this. So that vaccinations are important. Vaccinations are important for cancer prevention. HPV virus is one of the main causes of cervical cancer. Now it is recommended that we get our daughters the HPV vaccine. So vaccinations are an important part of preventative health, whether we saw it that way or not. Then there's regular checkups with your doctor. Vaccines are just the beginning to preventative health. Yearly exams with your doctor they're basically for your doctor to sit and discuss with you preventative measures, conduct tests, things of that sort. Maybe you go to a yearly exam with your primary care doctor. He or she may draw your blood, do some blood, just a blood workup, test your urine, test your vision, test your hearing, things like this. These preventative clinical exams are tailored to each patient specifically based on the recommendations from the United States Preventative Service Task Force. They're recommended through not only age and gender, but from personal and family medical history. These regular checkups are something to consider. In the name of prevention. After you see your physician for your yearly exam, he or she may suggest some preventative screenings. Preventative screenings have proven to significantly decrease mortality from diseases such as cervical cancer, breast cancer, prostate cancer. Cervical cancer. Preventative screenings are recommended for any female who is sexually active and has a cervix. Breast cancer. The United States Preventative Service Task Force recommends that women have a mammogram every 1 to 2 years, the ages of 40 and over. I recently spoke to Dr. John Staub, who is a local urologist here in the Permian Basin, and he is adamant that a PSA blood screening is the closest thing that we have to early detection of prostate cancer. Now, a person may go and have a PSA blood, PSA blood drawn, which is a prostate-specific antigen. It's specific to the prostate, and say that this patient has an elevated PSA. I'm not saying that that test is, oh my goodness, you have an elevated PSA, you have prostate cancer. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, this gentleman goes and he has a PSA, he has an elevated PSA, he may just have a prostate infection. It could cause your PSA to be elevated. But this blood test will lead to maybe a prostate biopsy. Okay? Prostate biopsy will come back either positive or negative in pathology, positive or negative for prostate cancer. But what led to that? A preventative screening of the PSA. So, the United States, let me just say this, that protecting the one body that you are given is to cherish it, and that prevention is protection. The United States Preventative Service Task Force is constantly evaluating the merits of preventative screenings and services to make sure that they are, they're the standard. It's all in the name of prevention. So, in closing, let me just say that with preventative screenings and services being a cost-effective way to identify and to treat potential illnesses before they develop or before they worsen, preventative health is a positive measure. That's all I can say. It is a positive measure. I thank you guys for your time and for your attention, and you all have a good